Alright, so if you are like myself and you had the unfortunate pleasure of having the COVID-19, the coronavirus, and you feel that you have the need to give back to help against the coronavirus, and you've decided to donate your antibodies, here's how to do it. Now, there are places that have said that they will buy your antibodies. I did not go to any organization like that. I went straight to the American Red Cross. A couple different reasons why I went to the American Red Cross. Because they're always professional. They are a very well-trained staff. They have great staff with them. And they are the ones who typically help with disaster relief. Anytime there's some sort of disaster, some sort of outbreak, some sort of something that takes place that needs help, you typically see an American Red Cross something there. So I knew that by giving to the American Red Cross, my donation could help. First step I did was I contacted the American Red Cross at 1-800-RED-CROSS. Once I contacted them, I went through a list of questions. It really wasn't very complicated. It was basically how long I had COVID, when I had COVID, my symptoms of COVID, and things like that. Answered all of those over the phone. The person on the phone sent me an email for something called a rapid pass. Anyone who's ever given blood before, you've taken sample questions or pretty much the same questions of this rapid pass. Basically, it's maybe 30 questions as to if you are eligible or if you are not eligible to donate. It's about, like I said, it's about 30 questions. Some of them get aggressive, and they do not shy away from terminology, to put it bluntly. Once I did my 30 questions, I was then eligible to donate my platelets, or I'm sorry, I keep saying platelets. I was eligible to donate my antibodies, my COVID antibodies, which is plasma, not platelets. Let me be clear on that. I know I keep saying platelets. You donate them through plasma. Once I was eligible to donate, I was made an appointment, and I showed up to my local, which I say local, 33 miles away, local American Red Cross Center, which is a building and not these little mobile transport things, which I kind of wish I could have done that instead. Could not. Anyways, I digress. I showed up. They are very professional at the Red Cross. These people are, in my opinion, they're the best in their field. They do a great job, the Red Cross does. And they took me back, asked me some more questions, checked my pulse, my vitals, checked my blood for my iron level, and various other things. Once I was deemed eligible again to donate my antibodies, they took me back, put me in a chair, stuck me in my arm, yanked out my blood, pulled out all of the plasma out of it with the antibodies in the plasma, and then crammed my blood back into my arm. Definitely not technically speaking, but that's about what they did. Now, once I was hooked to this machine, I'll admit, it felt pretty weird. It did not hurt. I will say that. It did not hurt, but it felt like if you're drinking a drink with a straw in it, and that point in time when you get a little bit of air in the straw, and you still got a little bit of drink in there, and it kind of that sort of feeling. That's kind of how it felt. Maybe like a vibration. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the straw in the cup, check out Samuel L. Jackson in the movie Pulp Fiction when he drinks that man's Sprite. That's kind of how it felt when my blood was leaving my arm. Like I said, it just felt funny. It did not hurt. It was not painful at all. It just felt weird. And then during the process, I told the nurse that my toes started tingling. She immediately grabbed me 3 Tums tablets and told me to eat those tablets. Once I ate those tablets, my toes quit tingling. And believe it or not, that sort of vibraty straw and drink feeling kind of went away, actually. And the nurse stated that when people do this procedure, sometimes their calcium runs low, and that's why they feel like how they feel. I'm assuming that that's what happened with me, because once I ate those tablets, it went away. Again, this is why you go to the Red Cross, because they have staff that knows what they're doing. This nurse knew exactly what to do in the situation that I described. This is why you go to the Red Cross and don't trust just anybody. The entire procedure that I was hooked up to the machine took 48 minutes. I gave 829 cc's of COVID antibodied plasma. I don't know if that's the proper term, but that's what I gave. 829 cc's of plasma for the COVID relief with my antibodies in it. The nurse that was there stated that that can help up to 8 people that are currently infected with the virus. That feels pretty good. The fact that I survived the COVID and now I can help up to 8 people who knows? They probably need more help than I needed while I had the COVID. And now that I'm giving back to them, hopefully this will help 8 people, or at least help someone. That's the whole reason why I gave it. That is the whole reason why I donated my plasma with my COVID antibodies in it. I know I keep saying platelets. I gotta quit saying platelets. Anyways, back to my point. A lot of people kind of doubt that the Red Cross nurses are nurses. No, they are nurses. The Red Cross has very well-trained staff. And the last time I gave blood, the nurse was a former Air Force flight nurse. You're talking kind of top of the top right there. These nurses are very well-trained. These nurses have plenty of experience. And don't worry, they've done this before. The needle stick, to be honest with you, I didn't even feel it, and it was a fairly large gauge needle. I'm assuming a 16 to an 18 range. It had to be pretty big because they got blood out of me. Didn't even feel the needle. I just couldn't look at it. They did a very good job, very professional. Like I said, it took 48 minutes for me to be hooked to that machine. Once I was unhooked from that machine, the nurse then took very good care of me. Put the Band-Aid on my arm and put this really good looking Co-Band that you see there across my arm there. I love the red color NC State. I'm not an NC State fan, but that's what the colors they had. The Red Cross was great. I can't say enough about the Red Cross. The nurse stated that I can give again in 7 days. I don't think that I will give again, to be completely honest with you, because my local Red Cross is 33 miles from my house. So quite a distance. I also have to figure out something for my children to do while I am gone, giving my plasma, my COVID antibody plasma to the Red Cross. I don't think I'll do it again, but I'm very glad that I did it this time. And like I said, it can help up to 8 people. Took me 48 minutes to donate, and the possibility of 8 people surviving COVID due to my 48 minutes worth of sacrifice is definitely a great feeling. I'm glad that I donated. Like I said, I just don't think I would do it again simply because it's 33 miles from my house to get there, which is not close. If they kind of drove around and did it, I would definitely do it again. I don't necessarily know I would do it in 7 days. Even though I was only stuck with the one needle, I still feel like I need a little bit more time to heal. What I will say this, what was so strange about the machine is it took the blood and gave me my blood back out of the same needle. So it's kind of like how dialysis works, as it would pull and put my blood back, but it was still only in one site, which was strange in my opinion. But evidently somebody has worked this machine out to work. I saw the plasma, I physically saw it in the bag next to me, and I saw the blood leave me, and I saw it come back to me, and it was a different color when it came back to me. Go figure. It was full of IV fluids, as I'm sure they gave me some sort of normal saline. She said they also gave me an anticoagulant. She did not say which one, but it was a great time. I'm glad that I did it. My 48 minutes worth of sacrifice will hopefully go to save 8 people, or at least help 8 people who are suffering from the COVID. If you want to give, please call 1-800-RED-CROSS. I will leave the number down there. And don't be scared. It is okay. You will be fine. These people are professional. They are the best. So, be sure to check them out if you survive the COVID. And if you decide that you want to donate, be sure to check out the Red Cross. Also, check out this video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hope it helps. Thank you much.